Hey guys, what's up? It's Hope, and today is December 3rd, 2015. It's been about a month since I last did my update, and so I wanted to kind of check in with everyone, let everyone know how I'm doing, and just kind of give a little quick update. So I'm going to jump right into the numbers. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on July 1st, 2013. My highest weight ever recorded was 330 pounds. The day of surgery, oh geez, I don't even remember. Had to have been 3 something. I don't even know anymore. I know my highest weight was 330. The lowest weight I've ever seen is 181. And if you've been following my journey at all over the last couple of years, you know, the last year and a half has been focused really mainly on infertility and trying to get pregnant. And so we've been through a lot over the last year specifically. And so over that period of time, through all of the stress and heartache and medicines and everything, I did have a little bit of a gain. I think the highest weight that I've seen post-op is 209. And so I got above 200 and I got close to 210, and I kind of just had this wake up call like, well, my gosh, what is happening? You need to get yourself in check. And so I've actually been doing really well over the last few weeks and just been sticking to protein first, and with my diet, I've really just been trying to restrict a lot of the carbs and bad foods that I've gotten so used to eating. I got into the mindset where I just kind of wanted to eat whatever I wanted to because I just was feeling just so heartbroken and honestly just broken through the whole infertility thing. And so it was a really scary place to be in, but thankfully I've had a little shake up and I'm awake now, and I'm not letting food control my life. I'm not going to get back into that downward spiral. So I'm actually right now at 202, so I'm almost back down to the 100s, which I'm really super excited about. I've been working hard to just restrict my diet, not eat when I'm not hungry, and cut out a lot of the crap that I got used to eating. And so it's really helped a lot as far as my restriction goes, because I feel like because I have been restricting what I'm eating, and I have been very cautious and careful in what I'm eating, very mindful of the foods that I'm putting into my body, I feel like my restriction is definitely a lot better than it had gotten. And so I'm grateful for that too, because my restriction, not that I never had a whole lot of room in my stomach anyway. I definitely still had restriction this far out, but I definitely could tell that I could eat a lot more than I used to, so that was kind of scary, especially in the mind frame and the mindset that I was in. So thankfully I am back on schedule, back on track, trying to focus more on just putting really good food into my body and being very careful about what I'm eating. So back down to 202, which I'm really excited about. I'm almost back in the 100s, which is definitely a goal of mine for sure. To get back down to the 180s would be awesome. My goal is to be back in the 100s by the end of the year, so I'm pretty sure I'll definitely get there. So just back to setting small goals and reaching them, and trying to be mindful of what I'm eating. So as far as that goes, I'm really excited that, you know, it's definitely paying off, and that I'm at 202. So definitely grateful for that. On to the infertility stuff. Not really going to talk a whole lot about it, because if I do, I'll probably start crying. But I've been, over the last month or so, couple of months probably, since the IUI didn't work, I've noticed a change within me that was really kind of scary. When people talk about infertility and what they go through, when people do talk about it, because not a lot of people talk about it, it's like this thing you're not supposed to talk about. But I'm talking about it because it's happening everywhere. Every time I share my story, someone else has a story similar to mine, and I feel like sharing my story is just going to bring more awareness and really help people understand what women and couples go through that are dealing with this unbearable brokenness of a journey that is infertility. So probably since since around the time the IUI didn't work, I typically don't put, normally I'm a glass half empty kind of girl. I would rather prepare myself for the absolute worst and get the best, as opposed to prepare myself for the best and be extremely devastated. But because of how everything happened with the IUI, and it was perfect timing, and we didn't even know we were going to get to do an IUI, and it just happened, and y'all can go back and watch that video if you didn't see that update as far as the IUI goes. There was just no reason in the world it wasn't going to work. And I know that was foolish and naive of me to think that, but when it didn't work, I felt like it was a loss to me. It was a loss, and I feel like I've been in a state of mourning almost. I guess mourning what could have been. And I think that's why I kind of got into this period where I have just not really cared and just ate whatever, and the scale didn't matter, and I don't know, just a lot's been going on internally and emotionally, and I've been having a really hard time with that. And so it's just been a really hard last few months, and I'm grateful that you know, I was able to kind of snap back to reality, and I'm now focused on being healthy again and trying to just focus on what I do have, instead of focusing on what I don't. I know in the last video I made was on my birthday, and I said that I was going to take year 29 and really focus on the blessings I do have and be grateful for those. And that has not been easy, especially with how I'm feeling, or have been feeling over the last few months. But I'm feeling better today. Today is a new day. The last few weeks have been really hard, but I'm just trying to wake up every day with a grateful heart and be grateful for my husband and my family and all of their support and encouragement, and just try to take it one day at a time. And so I guess I would encourage anybody else out there who's struggling with infertility, or who has struggled with infertility, to share your story. Get your story out there. Don't be ashamed of it. I know that I've definitely had days where I just want to hear that everything's going to be okay. I want to hear that I'm not the only one going through this. The other day I read an article, and it couldn't have come at a more perfect time. It was about this lady who had actually suffered a miscarriage, and her and her husband had struggled to get pregnant for a long time, and when they finally got pregnant, they actually lost that baby. And she talked about just the devastating loss that was. And at the end of the article, she talked about how she wanted women who were struggling with infertility to understand that you are not alone, and it's okay to feel like it sucks, and it's okay to feel like no one understands, because there are a lot of people who don't understand. It was just a really incredible article, and it couldn't have come at a more perfect time, because I was feeling alone in the journey, and I was feeling like I was broken and hopeless and defeated, and infertility will do that to you. And so I guess I'm just trying to say that I'm holding on to hope, still trusting and believing and praying that our miracle will happen. But I'm also just trying to have a grateful heart and be grateful for what I do have, and focus more along the lines of just getting back healthy, getting back to the weight that I was before, where I really felt like I was my very best, and just trying to focus on being grateful for every day. So I wanted to just check in with you guys and let you know that I'm still here, still trucking along. We have decided to take the month of December off as far as treatment goes. It's just with it being Christmas, and the boys' birthdays are within 1 week of each other in December, and then you have Christmas, and we just felt like it would be better if we just started after the new year. And so we are focused on just spending time with each other and making memories and just being grateful for what we have. So we will start back up with treatment after the first of the year. So I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving and you have a wonderful Merry Christmas. If I don't talk to you before then, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I will try to update you on how I'm doing as far as diet and exercise and weight loss goes. But as far as infertility goes, those updates won't happen until after the first of the year when we decide when we'll start back doing exactly what our next treatment plan will be. So I hope you guys are doing wonderful out there. If you have any questions or if you need any help with anything as far as VSG or infertility related issues go, I will definitely lend you my ear and my prayers for sure. And I will see you all again very soon. Talk to you later. Bye.